In this video, I want to show you the gradient, divergence, and curl of a which a is a function of x, y, and z. The gradient it shows like the grade. They show it like grade a is equal to del a, where del is the partial derivative with respect to I plus partial derivative with respect to yj plus partial derivative with respect to zk. So del is partial derivative with respect to xi plus partial derivative with respect to yj plus partial derivative with respect to zk. So the grade of A is showing like this, del A, and the divergence of A is showing like del dot A, and the curl of A is showing as curl A is equal to del XA. I always used to regard this as multiplication, dot product, and cross product. So the grade A, del A, will be partial derivative of A with respect to xi plus partial derivative of A with respect to yj plus partial derivative of A with respect to zk. So this is the value for the grade A. The divergence is the dot product of these two. So it's going to be del, which del is partial derivative with respect to xi plus partial derivative with respect to yj plus partial derivative with respect to zk dot partial derivative of ax with respect to plus axi plus ayj plus azk. So if we do the dot product of these, I dot I we know is 1. So we are going to have partial derivative of ax with respect to x plus partial derivative of ay with respect to y plus partial derivative of az with respect to z. So this is the divergence of A. So this is the grade A, and this is the divergence of A. And the curl A is the cross product of del with A, which the cross product of these two will be so the curl A will be del cross A. We are going to have I, j, k, partial derivative with respect to x, partial derivative with respect to y, partial derivative with respect to z, and we are going to have ax, ay, az. which will be equal to I partial derivative with respect to y, partial derivative with respect to z, ay, az, minus j partial derivative with respect to x, partial derivative with respect to z, ax, az, plus k partial derivative of x, partial derivative of y, ax, partial derivative with respect to x, partial derivative with respect to y, ax, ay. So this is del cross A. So if we go ahead and solve this, we are going to have partial derivative of az with respect to y minus partial derivative of ay with respect to z I minus partial derivative of az with respect to x minus partial derivative of ax with respect to z j plus the last part will be, so this is del cross A equal to that, plus the last part is partial derivative of ay with respect to x minus partial derivative of ax with respect to y k. So this is the value for the curl A, and usually you might see it with a plus here. So what they do, we multiply this will be minus, this will be plus, so they show that by plus, and they just write this reverse. They put partial derivative of ax with respect to z minus partial derivative of az with respect to x. So you might see in some math handbook, you might see it like this. So this is the difference between the gradient, divergence, and curve of a